Yeah, that's what you pay for cheap internet, boss, bro. But all right, James. So, like you said, you are of the class of 2024, and oh wait, I got so much stuff going on here, man. It's a crime shame. Forgive me, James. It don't usually
It's all
work.
good.
My technical crew is gonna get fired. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna get fired, man. Knowing I got a show going on, they just gonna mess up like this. All right. So, so let's see. All right. All right, we back at it, James. There we go. There we go. We back at it, my man. We back at it. All right, everybody. Again, I'm sorry, Mr. James. So, like you said, you class of 2024. So tell us a little about yourself, James. Like from when you first started to where you at now.
Yeah, so I first start like I don't even remember when I started playing basketball. That's how long ago it was. Like as soon as I came out the womb, I was really like on the little Tykes hoop. I learned how to walk like holding on to the rim of the little Tykes hoop. So really since I was a baby. And then I remember like as a kid, like my dad would bring me like all the high school games and CT. I'll be watching all of those. So like that's like how my passion grew even more, going to like my older brother's games. And then now I'm just senior in high school, post grad, offers, about to probably choose where I'm gonna go soon. Just a blessing for real.
Man, so let me ask you this. Have you beat your dad? How old were you when you beat your dad in basketball?
Nah, so what happened was it got to a point where he knew I would beat him and he just would never play me again.
Oh man.
Yeah, nah,
Oh man.
he hit me with
Oh
one of
man.
those.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, I knew another kid I had on the show. He said the same thing. He was like, Dad, his dad was listening. He was like, oh man, yeah, he's right. I just stopped playing it. I just stopped playing.
Yeah.
So, so like you say, you watch your older brother. What is something that they taught you, James, coming up?
Um, so he's shorter than me. He's only like 5'10", probably 5'11". But he was a guard. So really what I got at that was just learning guard skills as a big guard. Like I feel like a lot of things I do like the same thing that a 5'10" guard would do, 5'11" guard would do. But I just have the height, so I have more of an advantage.
So you got the handles, man. So let me ask you this: so who do you fashion your game after? I see a lot of guys say, "Oh, I want to play like him," but who do you look at that
um
work my game like that?
like I watch a lot of like Shea, a lot of Jason Tatum, a lot of Brandon Ingram, really, mostly.
Dude, now let me ask you this: two-time state champion. How did that feel, man? How does it? Cause I ain't never won that. Never in my life. We were so sorry, dude. I mean, my grandma even wouldn't watch us, so it was just. So I don't know what winning feel like when I was in school. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, how was it like to win those state champions? The first one.
Yeah, so the first one was like we were young. We lost a lot of seniors the year before from the year before. And a lot of people didn't expect us to be as good as we were. We had a very bumpy road. Like getting the season, we lost like the most games we ever lost at like that midpoint, like in a long time at East Catholic. But like we learned a lot from every loss. Like every loss, we didn't look as a loss; we looked as a lesson, and that really helped us in the playoffs. We ended up pulling it out, and yeah. And then the second one, that's kind of like everybody like had the pressure of us like winning because everybody returned. We had no seniors the year that we won. So it was like just a lot of pressure. It was more of like a mental battle the second time than
Yeah,
like physical. But we also got that one done. So
my goodness, my goodness, man. So when you made that, 'cause I seen some highlights of it, and that no look. At first, I thought you had a twin because one guy had braids. I'm like, this ain't the same guy. And I was like, oh yeah, it is the same guy. So man, I mean, you got the handles. That no look pass on the go. I watching some of your highlight. Like, man, this guy got eyes in the back of his head. He got lifts. So if you could, what are some things that you're working on now? You don't have to tell me a lot of them, Mike. Maybe one or two that you didn't do last year.
I would say like a lot more shooting, a lot more different like catch and shoot, off the dribble, everything, and then just a lot more like just lifting, like trying to get bigger. Really,
Bigger, man. I don't know, man. You 6'6", and how much you weigh right now?
like 190.
Man, I don't know how big you try to. I don't know, man. I mean, they say you gotta have some college, but you already look stout to me. That's just on film. You already look like you've been in the gym working. So, so if you could, what would you, if you can go back in time to your freshman self, what advice would you give that young kid?
Um, I just like don't compare yourself. Like it's a long race. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Like I feel like athletes now with social media, all that, like we tend to like. I feel like a lot of time we tend to like compare ourselves to like this, and that, and realize like we don't all like grow the same. Like everybody spurts differently. Everybody gets better at a different point. Maybe learn something different at a different point. So probably just don't compare yourself. Just run your own race.
Man, so now let me ask you this. So how is recruitment? Now, someone just texted me. This is a text from Texas. He says, ask Mr. Jones how's recruiting going for him.
Yeah. So right now I have 13 offers. All like mostly mid major. Um, and I'm probably gonna like see how like the beginning of the season goes. Probably start to narrow it down soon.
Man, 13 off. So if you don't mind, I don't know if you want to do that now. This is your prerogative. What are some schools in the area that have already offered you, if you don't mind sharing that with the offer?
To name a few is like um Holy Cross, Columbia, CCSU, Sacred Heart, FDU, Bryant, Wagner, just to name a few.
Oh man, oh man. I know my buddy that Triune I used to work with him. I guarantee you he'll be knocking at your door pretty soon. If they haven't offered you already. He's from Indiana, but yeah. So let me ask you this. Now getting to the hardwood, we're gonna talk about Mr. James. So you getting ready to play a game. What is your meal? Like if you had an ideal meal before the game, what would it be?
Probably like chicken Alfredo, like some broccoli in there.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah,
You gotta find someone who can make it. Cause let me tell you,
yeah, nah,
I had this girl, she cooked for me, and it was chicken Alfredo, and let me tell you something, I almost killed me, man. I was on the toilet for a week. I don't think she cooked the chicken, man. I said like,
yeah, nah.
I know. But chicken Alfredo. So what music that you listen to get you motivated? I know one guy said jazz. One guy told me Motown, Young Dro, Juvie, all the young guys. So what is your music to get you ready while you're shooting around?
Yeah, so like way before, like probably like an hour before the game, I probably listened to like Young Boy, Kwani, like try to like tee myself up. But like right before the game, I switched it to like R&B and like kind of like try to relax. Like probably like some SZA, some probably some Rod Wave. I don't know if you count that as R&B, but
It,
so like,
it,
yeah.
makes so so let me ask you this. Once you get on the court shooting around, do you do you do you contact your folks like your mom? Do you see how they doing? Some advice from your pops or your brother? So what is that like when you get ready to play and you speak to your family?
Yeah, so usually like before every game, my mom, my dad, and Tyree, my guy, they always text me like just like go out there, like we'll always be proud of you, whatever. Like kind of like trying to take the pressure off. Like it's always just basketball at the end of the day. Like it's nothing crazy. Like I've been doing this my whole life, so it's
Yeah. Now I got one coach texting in. He told me not to say from work. He said, "What is your work ethic like?" He said,
I
"What
work.
what do you do on a regular, like to get ready, prepare yourself?"
Um, I feel like I'm in like my dad. He has a gym now, so I feel like I'm in the gym all the time. Like I mean, ask you could ask him himself. I don't think he's ever he's not one of those dads who like pushing me to play basketball. Like you got to do this, that. All of it is on my own. Like I ask him, "Can you bring me to the gym?" I'm just blessed to have him bring me to the gym. Like sometimes my mom will bring me or whoever. So
Man, that's awesome. That's man, self motivation. Man, you can't find that no
yeah,
more. These young people, man, these days, I thought the kid can play. I had one guy on the show, and he like, I ain't gonna talk about because they'll know who I'm talking about. But I was like, man, this boy don't want to work. No wonder he's benching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
now
I'm like, oh my God.
some people got it like that where they don't have to work out; they just have natural talent.
No,
They
he ain't
just
got
are
nothing.
nice.
I can tell you now, Jay. It wasn't nothing natural about him. I'm like, this house sucker's lazy. Why he's on my show? I have people who put in that work, put in that work. So James, so are you a trash talker? Someone asking, are you a trash talker?
Nah, not really. But like, if you're talking trash the whole game and I know I'm about to win and I got the upper hand, I'm gonna let you know about it. For real.
Good deal, good deal. So, um, someone wanted me to ask you, who is the best player you played against? Just your props, like one you can think of, like the best player, you could high school, college, whatever, but the best player you can think of that you played against on the hardwood.
Against.
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. I know like when I was younger, um, I had been at like my dad was working at Brown High and Kemba Walker had came to like I don't know why he was there, but he was like doing open gym and I was just like, all right, I'll play. And I was like, they told me like playing around had me guard him. He just one dribble right by me, but I was young at the time. But it was like
Right.
so amazing to me that he was moving like that.
That's awesome. Kilmer Walker is a legend in Connecticut, dude.
Hmm.
Hey, my God, he took that team. Woo, I was watching that Final Four. So, when did you recognize that basketball is your thing? A lot of kids say, I don't know, my daddy played, so I had to play. So when did you figure like I like basketball? This is what I want to do.
Um, Probably like when I was younger, my dad he had put me in like every sport. I played everything, like a little bit of soccer, football, basketball, baseball, a little bit of track, and it just like nothing was compared like to the feeling I got playing basketball really. So that's how I knew it was for me.
Okay, man, that's a nice answer. So listen, now this is a little funny game. I usually have with the guys. So this is so your teammate. So who is the best dressed of your teammate? The best dressed.
Mm, best dress.
Best dressed.
I'll probably say Kayvon, but like then again, I go to a boarding school. We don't really care what we're wearing most of the time, as long as we just have something on to get to the gym and back to the dorm.
All right. So another question: which coach eat the most? Like if you think,
Coach?
yeah, what's one of your coaches eat the most? Like, oh man, that coach always eating.
Ah,
I don't want
I
you
don't know.
to.
No, I don't know. I really don't know yet.
Okay. Now another one is who is the biggest ball hog on your team?
Ball hog? Nah, we all share the ball.
Y'all share the ball.
Yeah.
Man, you smart guy. Have you ever had interview class, man? Cause you're nailing these. So one more question. All right, this is from Mississippi. All right. So they're asking, what is the best non-basketball memory you could think of? Best
Mm.
basketball memory.
Probably like every year going to like Maine with my family every summer, going to a lake. That's probably my best memories.
Oh, okay. So another question. This is from Anne. She wants to know. I have to ask because I put my foot in my mouth. Are you single? Is what Ann.
Nah, I'm not.
There you go, Ed. He ain't single. I mean, he is, he's not. He's taken, he's spoken for. And hopefully his old lady listen, like, chick, stay back. All right. So if there are some coaches watching. So what would one, let's see. This is from, I don't know, he didn't put the school. Well, this is one coach. He's asking, what is your best position you play on the field, on the court? Best
Mm,
position that you feel comfortable with.
I'm trying to be honest here. I really don't know. I don't like go like I don't even be knowing what position I'm in when I'm in the game. I feel like I'm just playing basketball, to be honest. I don't know. Like if somebody were to ask me like what position I was playing the last game I played, I could not tell you. I could just tell you I was playing basketball.
Good deal, good deal. Nice answer. So this question is coming from a little kid, a young kid, a viewer. He's always have good questions. He said, "What example are you trying to set for young guys who are coming up behind you?"
Um, for me, I feel like my story can just teach others like a ranking doesn't matter. What you've gone through doesn't matter. Just really like you just put your head down, keep grinding, like everything will come into place. Really.
Right. So let me ask you this. So what advice are you giving the young guys who's coming up, who looking up to you be a leader this year? What advice are you giving them that you wish someone would have gave you coming up?
Um, Probably just like what I tell my younger self, just don't compare yourself. Keep working. Really like try to like avoid distractions. Like a lot of people are gonna tell you this, that, and the third, but like morally, you should know what's right. You know what you want, the goal you want to reach. So if you know that, then you know what work you should be putting in.
Right, right. So someone asked me, far as Mr. James Jones, when you pick your colleges, so far you say you got 13 offers, you're gonna narrow it down pretty soon. Don't say which college, which one so far, what have they done so far that caught your eye the best? Your top, I mean, your top three, I will put it that way. Your top school, what are you so far, what are they doing show that you are a priority?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with schools is just like culture that they build. I
Yeah.
think like if you just look at that, that says a lot. So I really like when I'm looking, I'm just looking at the culture that they have there.
Hmm, okay. Now this coach is from oh, hmm, he's from a HBCU coach. He's a recruiter, and he's asking, have you ever decided to look into playing for a HBCU?
Oh, for sure. I actually currently don't have any HBCU offer right now, but I think like that's amazing to play for HBCU, especially being African American. I feel like that's a great opportunity.
I know you start. Anywhere you go, young man, because you got game, man. You got some serious game. Let me tell you.
Appreciate it.
So, back to your family. So, in your recruiting, so have your family have they will they have an effect or say, like, are you putting them in your decision about where you go and play or something like that?
Yeah, so obviously I'm talking to them about it, but they're not like pushing me to go one place or the other. They're just making me look at all the things each school has to offer, and they ultimately just want me to pick where I want to go because it's where I would be happy. So
Nice, nice, man. Man, again, let's see. What other question do they got? What is, let's see, who is the funniest coach on you play for? Who's the funniest coach and why?
definitely my coach right now, Jamie. He's hilarious.
He's just funny. Why is he funny? Why is he funny? Coach
Uh,
Jamie.
He just comes up with the most random stuff that you wouldn't even think about.
Now, man, that's funny. That's funny. Coach Jamie, you are the funniest, man. Got it from. So, at this point of the show, we ask you to give a shout out. Give thanks to anybody, your family, what they mean to you. Your appreciation. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I would just shout out my family, like win or loss, they're always there. My dad, my mom, they take great care of me. My little sister, always there. And then teammates, coaches, like you're ultimately as a basketball player, you're nothing without your teammates and coaches. Like nobody out there, nobody has ever won a 1v5 ever. LeBron's the best player in the league, greatest all the time. He will lose it sometimes. Like they never point the finger at him, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's always about your teammates, coaches. You need all of that to win.
Right. So let me ask you, who's your NBA team? Who's your NBA team?
I'm a Lakers fan, and even though I said LeBron is a GOAT, I actually don't I'm not a fan of LeBron. Like,
right.
I was a fan of Kobe.
Oh, yeah,
because my dad was too, so I had to be.
Yeah. Man, I would say MJ is still a GOAT. That's debatable.
He used to be, but now I just can't say that anymore.
I don't know, man. LeBron, I don't get me wrong. I ain't no Jameser. I ain't no Jamie boy, but I give him credit. LeBron is a great player. But he ain't no MJ. He ain't no MJ. Shannon Sharp swear up and down. He might can make he I'll put it like this. He's on Mount Rushmore. He's on my Mount Rushmore. But I don't know who I'm taking off. I don't know who I'm taking off, because Kobe Bean Bryant, that was a bad man. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. All right. Me and your pops probably talk about that all day. Probably shut that down. But again, James, the person during this part of the show, we always have a nomination. James, why did you nominate this person who we get ready to bring on?
This is just my young boy right here, Slider. Probably has some interesting stories, and up and coming right now for sure.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Someone want me to ask you this before we get to your nominee. What is a funny story? What is the funniest story that ever happened to you in basketball? A funny memory that happened in basketball. You're like, man, that's crazy.
In basketball?
Yeah.
I'd probably say when I was in first or second, I want to say first grade, right? I got elbowed mad hard, on a drop step by this big man, right?
Yeah.
I was fine. It was right under my eye, right? And then I'm fine the whole game. And then I get to through the good game lines, everything. And I walk by a mirror, like a window, leaving the game, and I see I had a black eye all the way right here. And I started just crying because I was I just thought I looked ugly. I thought I looked crazy, ugly. And then the next day, I went to school, and the teachers and all that try to bring me in the office and ask if my parents were beating me or something. And I was like, nah, just from basketball.
Oh my goodness, they gonna call child service.
Yeah, bro.
Oh no, man. Hey, they get like that. You in Connecticut too, man. You going to jail. Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Nominee. All right. We're gonna introduce your nominee. James, tell us who he is.
So this is Connor Swider. He's a junior at my school. He's a wing. Just transferred in from IMG. And his brother, Cole Swider, is in the NBA on the Heat. So.
Oh, Mr. Swider. Connor, how you doing, my friend? Let's see. He's on mute. There you go. How you doing, young blood?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing just fine and dandy. Welcome to the 3-5 Sports Show. Your man, Mr. James here, nominated you to come on. I myself appreciate all the time. So how you doing, Mr. Swider? Connor. How you say your last name? I'm
I'm
Connor.
good. Whiter.
Swider. Okay. So, Mr. Swider, what stories can you tell me about your roommate, your partner right here?
Oh man.
Got any funny stories? We don't want to embarrass the internet, but just a little snippet.
About James Jones, man, plenty of stories, but I probably have to go with we were out mini golfing, and uh, I sunk a hole in one,
Oh,
and
no.
I was making comments the whole trip, and we get to like hole 6 or whatever, and Jonesy's talking all this trash, and I call him Jonesy. That's what like everyone calls him where I'm from. And Jonesy gets to like hole 6. He gets his first hole in one, starts talking all this trash. And then I hit the hole in one too. And I said like a crazy comment. He goes down to the floor, bawling, crying. And ever since then, he always just makes this comment to me, and it's just hilarious. But
Man, Jonesy, man, I wouldn't think he was a cry. I like the name Jonesy. Good call, good call. So everyone, this is Mr. Connors. Mr. Connor, I'm trying not to mess up your name, man. It's just the country Mississippi boy up in there, okay?
yeah.
So Mr. Connor, we will have him on the show. We got to schedule him to come on the show. He's being introduced by Mr. James. This is what we do. We introduce the next person. We'll set a date, and I promise you, we'll have Mr. Connor on, and he'll be able to tell us his story and how he come to love the game of basketball, as Mr. Jones have just done for us. Mr. Connor, we appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on. I get with you and set up a date with you, all right?
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Give it up for Mr. Connor, and we will see him shortly.
See you, Smooth.
All right, so
Jonesy, man, I should have asked you that. Did you have a nickname? Jonesy. Jonesy. All right. All right, Jonesy. I'm sorry, man. It just oh, forgive me, man. I'm sorry. Mr. Jones, that's unprofessional of me. Mr. Jones, give me a quote that you live by before we leave.
a quote that I live by.
Yeah. Something that motivates you. Like it's always there. It could be one, it could be anyone, you know.
It's so cliche, but I would just say, like, honestly, never give up. I feel like that's just, if you can do that, you'll be straight in life.
All right. All right. This is one question. This is from a regular viewer, and I have to ask this question because this person won't let me live it down. Give me 2 persons. If you could have dinner with 2 people, dead or alive, who would they be? Any person. Any person. Dead or alive.
I'd probably say Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Interesting.
Jay-Z and dead or alive? MLK.
MLK. So now, I can understand MLK, but why Jay-Z?
Because I feel like he just knows how to handle money and like how to get other people to have money as well without losing too much money from himself.
Nice. So your expectation for this year's season, this is your senior season. What is one team that you cannot lose to this year? What is one team, like no matter what, you can go 0 and whatever, but we cannot lose to this team. What is one team on your scales is like that? Is there a team?
Is it cheating if I say every single one of them?
No, it ain't cheating.
Yeah, so every single one. I don't like losing.
You don't like, I like you, man. Nice, man. Everybody, this is my man, Mr. James Jones. James, man, it's been a wonderful. Thank you. And man, we're gonna have to have you and your pop song, because I'm doing this series where father and son comes on and they talk and chop it up, basketball, life, whatever. So hopefully I can get you two back on after the season. And when you get that ring, you gotta come back on and show us, man. Cause I don't have a ring, man. I'm a loser, man. I hate to say that. It's just a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm a loser, man. I can't get the ring, and my chance is over with. But if you can, get your pops, come back on. We do a father and son thing. And when you commit, come back on. We'd like to talk about it, all right?
I appreciate it, man.
All right, everyone. Again, this is Mr. James Jones. We're going to send him a T-shirt from 3-5 Sports Show. I get with you later for your address so we can send it to you. Again, everyone, thank you. And James, tell your parents we much love from the 3-5 Show, and we appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
All right. Everybody, that was Mr. James Jones. Really appreciate it. And look, Connor Sawyer. Mr. Connor, you will be on the 3-5 Show. As soon as this is over, I'll send you a message, set up a date. We'll get that going. And again, everyone, you know how I am, who I be. Keep living life. As Mr. Connor James said, don't give up. Don't get yourself down. And I always say, DJ, don't forget to play my music. DJ, give me my theme music. All right, DJ. All right, you DJ.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get